hip hop.
But let's start off with talking about Kamille. So let me be clear about something, all right? Because a lot of people, you have like some BS takes online with some tribalism. I put out a video, all right? This was back in, I don't even know when I put this video out. It was a while ago, all right? Put out a video talking about the top free agents, okay? Top 5. And Kamille was in this video. You can find it on my channel. This video was out while she was a free agent. So everything I'm gonna say in this stream, you can trust is my actual opinion beyond any tribalism, because there's folks who think I hate on AEW. I just tell the truth, I give my honest opinion. You can go back and look at that video. Everything I said then is what I'm gonna say now. So you know this is coming from an honest place, okay? My opinion will match up with what I said in that video. Kamille, in my opinion, is a good worker with a good look, and she presents herself like a star, all right? That's it. That's it. There's nothing else really to talk about. She's not gonna wow you in the ring. She's not gonna wow you on the mic or character work, okay? She's just a solid worker, not gonna put a foot wrong. She presents herself well, and she has, like, you know, she's strong, bigger girl. And that's it. And that is fine. And that can get you a lot of places in the business. That give you a lot of work, all right? That's what she is. At the time, when I put out that video, I thought she would be a fit for TNA. At that time, I was not really suggesting she go anywhere beyond TNA or WWE, because at the time I was not suggesting that any woman go to AEW because their division was awful. That was my thought process at the time. Things have changed. Their division has gotten better. I will openly admit that. The booking has gotten better, but I stand by that at the time. My opinion at the time, their division was dog shit with creative. So I was not suggesting that anybody go to AEW. Now with Kamille, I thought it was best that she go to TNA. Why? Because that scene at the time, I think it was just Diana Purrazzo had just left. And Naomi was there, but she was possibly leaving, right? I thought she fit right into the TNA scene, go straight to the top of that division. With her presence, with her look, with the good looks that she has, she'd go right up to the top, contend, and be the face of that division. I did not think that WWE was a good spot for her. And I talked about that in the video. She is, like I said, she has a good look, a good worker, but I didn't see the upside in her for me to suggest that she goes to WWE. I thought she ultimately would not have a big run on the main roster. At this time in America, there's some bigger girls. You want to call out Rhea Ripley, want to call out Chris Statlander, Raquel Rodriguez. In my opinion, she's under those folk. So that was the best fit. I did say in the video, same video, I actually said that I was watching her wrestle Maddie Winkowski, aka Ren Sinclair, and I thought that she would be a better fit for NXT because of her mic work and her personality, her character work would fit well in NXT. And you're starting to see that now. You're starting to see that now that Maddie, her name in NXT is Ren Sinclair. She was Maddie Winkowski. Now you're seeing that with Ren Sinclair. She's being more of a heel, and you're really starting to see that character work come to the forefront with her. I think she's going to take off now that she's a heel, because Maddie, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep calling her Maddie Winkowski. Ren Sinclair is a natural heel. So now you're going to see her best work, I think, in NXT. Kamille, her mic work and her character work is not of that ilk, not on that level. So she's just a solid worker with a good look that can be in a division and hold it down depending on where she's at. In NWA, she was the champion and it made sense. So there's that, okay? So she's a good worker, she's fine, good look, but I don't see that much upside in her game for me to suggest that she goes to NXT, because I don't think she would have a big time main roster push. I didn't see it. That being said, it doesn't matter what I think, okay? It doesn't matter what I believe. WWE offered her a contract. According to the reports, NXT wanted her. They offered Maddie Winkowski and her a contract offer. According to reports, she declined and went with AEW. There was talk about her wanting to be an actor, things like that. I can't confirm those reports. All I know is they said AEW offered her a contract. They say NXT offered her a contract. She went with AEW. Okay, so she's been signed since February. And folks have been wondering, like me, what the hell's going on? Where is Kamille? She took to Twitter and expressed her frustrations. This was back in, I don't know when this was, in April. She tweeted in April that she'd been signed since February. She said, I've been signed since February. She didn't try to delete, she deleted it and said, nah, just joking. I didn't mean that. I was saying I haven't signed anything since February, like signing like autographs, which is bullshit. Everybody called her out on it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, who you trying to fool? It's actually pretty funny. Here it is. Here it is right here. Dang, y'all. I read the original tweet wrong. I meant I haven't been signing since February, which is bullshit. We know now she was signed in February, so this was a lie. She was trying to cover it up in a funny way, I guess. Everybody called her out on it. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, sure. Look, yeah, whatever. Sure. Even with Wrestle Purist, good one, you know? It was obvious she was talking about her being signed to AEW since February. And she wondered what the hell's going on. Different folks came out, different wrestlers came out and talked about it in interviews, like her expressing her frustrations about what's going on. She didn't know what's going on. Then she took to Twitter again and expressed more frustrations later on about not being signed. You said something along the lines of, someone asked her, do we have to wait 813 days for you to be in the ring to see you? Because joking about her 813-day reign for NWA, that's how long her reign was. With sarcasm, she said, at this point, that may be a possibility. So she was frustrated. She was expressing her concerns about her not being in the ring and not being used. So of course the fans were wondering what the hell's going on. So me and some others online, you know, the typical IWC folks, I'll put myself in that. We're wondering what the hell's going on with Kamille. Where is she? Why is she not being featured? She was signed in February. What the hell's going on? Now, the entire time we were wondering this, folks are wondering, how can this be so hard to figure out? Even the internet marks, the internet trolls, the freaking regular folk online were saying, why not just bring her in as Mercedes Moné's heater? Bring her in as a Mercedes Moné muscle. You know, just do that. Now, at the time, that felt kind of like generic, standard, boring, basic, obvious. Like a 2-year-old come up with that. Come in as Mercedes Moné's heavy, her muscle. That's easy to come up with, right? So I thought there were two options here. Either they were waiting for the perfect time and the perfect storyline to bring her in, or he didn't give a shit. I thought, if you're following my channel and my tweets, you know, I thought that was the latter. He didn't care. He wanted to sign her because he wanted it as a win against WWE, because WWE wanted her and AEW wanted her, and it was a win for him. So he signed her. He didn't have anything for her for months, right? Nothing for her to do. I thought it was the latter. He didn't really care. He just wanted to win. I got her. WWE wanted her and I got her, right? And it turns out that was probably correct. Because what happened? Well, let's see. This past Wednesday, yesterday, there was a match between Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida. Hikaru and Britt, they had a decent match. It was kind of slow moments. It wasn't the best match. It wasn't the cleanest match. Again, Britt Baker is coming back from a long time out, okay? So it's been 10 months, so let's cut him some slack, all right? Let's not make a big deal of that match. It was fine. She just came back. Whatever, right? At the end of the match, she won with the lockjaw, and Mercedes Moné comes down to the ramp, and she says she tries to distract her. Why? Because a woman came up behind Britt and attacked her. And it was no one other than Kamille. Kamille has made a return. Not return, her debut. Well, technically it's a return because according to commentary, she did have a match, or she was on AEW television at some point before, but she made her debut on Dynamite attacking Britt Baker. So you put her in a torture rack and she jumped up and down and she slammed her. And then Mercedes Moné walked in and said, raise my hand. What she did before with Bayley back in the day, which she told Bayley to raise her hand. She did the same thing to Kamille. So we got this visual. Kamille holding her hand, you know, looking like a star, looking like, has a presence to her, has a good look. So she is officially Mercedes Moné's heavy. She's a heater, and she is her muscle. The very storyline, or the very role that internet marks on Reddit and Twitter have been saying for months is what he went with. The very thing everybody was saying, just make her Mercedes Moné's muscle. Make her muscle. Why not? That's what he did. So save me, because PW Insider came out and said that, they were waiting for the right storyline. Bullshit. Who are you trying to fool? Spare me that bullshit about waiting for the perfect storyline. You gave her the role. Everybody and their mother, every 2-year-old was coming up with, make her Mercedes muscle. Make her Mercedes heater. That's what everybody was saying, and that's what you did. So spare me the whole waiting for the right opportunity. You don't have to wait till now. You don't have to wait till Britt Baker. She needs muscle and protection for Britt Baker. God bless her. We love Britt Baker. You know, she looks amazing, but she's thin, she's small, and she needs protection, or she needs to muscle for Britt Baker. If this was the plan, or this was an idea, why not bring her in when she was feuding against freaking Willow Nightingale? Willow was getting a lot of babyface reactions, of course, because everybody loves Willow, big time babyface. Mercedes was getting booed a little bit. Bring her into that storyline, have her put Willow through the damn table during the contract signing. Now you're cooking. That would have been more sense. A good time to bring her in. Save me this whole bullshit about the right time. You could have brought her in as Mercedes Monet's muscle at any point, at any time, if you cared enough. She should have been a heel the entire time anyway. Mercedes Monet is a heel. She should have been a heel the entire time. This notion that, oh, we had to wait until Britt Baker, give me a fucking break. Who do you think you're fooling? Not me. Not this guy, all right? You're not fooling anybody. Kamille should have been brought up against Willow. Yes, exactly. That would have been a perfect time to bring in Kamille. What's probably happening here, guys, if we're being completely honest about it, what's happening here is they lost out on Stephanie Faker, and he thought, oh, wow, we just lost on Stephanie. Who we got? We gotta bring somebody in to make it like we gotta win here. Who can we debut? Oh yeah, Kamille. Where's she been at? She's nice. Let's bring her in. What storyline I'm gonna give her? Muscle. She'd be Mercedes Muscle. Yeah. Come on. Anybody could come up with that role. We all said it. The entire internet thought it was gonna be the damn Muscle for Mercedes Monet. It doesn't take a genius to come up with that one. You brought her in now because you got beat on the Stephanie Faker signing. Now you had to bring her in, make it like we have a win here, or we got a debut here. Here's Kamille. Forget about Stephanie. That didn't happen. Here's Kamille. That makes more sense with the timeline here, rather than, oh, we got to bring in Kamille to stop Britt Baker. Now, some people are saying, oh, this is going to lead to Jamie Hayter coming at All In. Well, we'll see if that happens, okay? Even so, you don't need Kamille for the Britt Baker storyline, right? Or for the Jamie Hayter return. If she beats Britt Baker, then that's it. Then you have Jamie Hayter come in and confront Mercedes. You don't have to have Kamille for that to work. It doesn't make any sense. She beat Willow without Kamille. She beat Stephanie Faker without Kamille. You don't need her to beat Britt Baker. So you could have just had her beat Britt, and then at the end of the match, she says, I'm Mercedes Monet, I'm the best, yada, yada, yada. Then Jamie Hayter comes down. I'm not buying it. Sorry. He didn't give a damn. The whole make her Mercedes Monet's muscle, everybody thought about it. Everybody knew that was what they should have done because it's basic, it's generic, it's standard. Some people are kind of disappointed about that booking. Bland, kind of boring. But honestly, it's good for Kamille. She's gonna be on TV every week. This role where she just like the muscle, it works well for her. Now there could be a problem later, because once this relationship ends, then what? Kamille is in a good position now because she's with the biggest star who has the biggest paycheck. She's gonna be on TV every week. Once this relationship ends, once Kamille turns on Mercedes Monet, then she should be worried. So once this ends, what are you gonna do with Kamille? I'll be worried about it. If I'm Kamille, I want to be with Mercedes Monet as long as possible. Make this a freaking Judgment Day reign or the Judgment Day faction. Considering Tony Khan is on the internet, you probably saw this, so expect it, because that's what he does. He's on the internet, he's lurking on the internet, getting ideas from the fans. So this little faction that people are pushing, the Renegade Twins with Kamille, hell, do that and stay in there if you're Kamille for as long as possible. Because the second it's over, I just don't know. Might end up on ROH or some like dark match on Collision for all we know.
Kip up!